think I'm going to try and reduce the salt content in this video, not because I'm anti-salt. I love being salty, but I have high blood pressure and maybe I should try and dial it back a little bit. Maybe. Hi everybody, today is Thursday, April 19th, and I am continuing my Plan As You Go month where I show you how I plan every day for an entire month in real time. Currently, I am testing out the Scribbles That Matter bullet planner. I'm sticking with it for right now. I may stick with it for the whole month. I think that's where my brain is going, but I'll make a closer decision about this when I get to the weekend. Make a closer decision. I'm not sure that made any sense. Taking a look at my monthly spread, the first thing that I need to do is add in some dates for live streams. Today was the first day of the Llama Letters book club in my Facebook group, which is linked down below. We're going to be reading Craft a Life You Love by Amy Tangerine. I've talked about this a lot, but you never know who hasn't heard it yet. Anyway, the way we're doing it is every day there's going to be a post talking about that little section for the day and the activities in the book. And then every few days when we finish a whole part, we're going to have a live stream where I talk and we all talk together about what we kind of got out of it, what our takeaways were. So I've got a couple of those for April that are already scheduled. So I need to get these written in here into my calendar because that's what a calendar is for, man. Because I had to scribble a whole thing out right here, I just wrote it in and then put an arrow because I'm resourceful. One of the first things I'm going to do is actually on this last line, rather than write every day on my calendar that I need to put a book club post up, I'm just going to mark it here so that every day, kind of like videos or the 100-day challenge, as soon as I've done it, I can check it off. And I marked off every day leading up to yesterday because yesterday I did the live stream that kicked it off. Now I will get my challenges entered in for the day. And I actually marked in book club for today as well because I put that post up already. Heading to my Rando Doodles challenge today is Officer Ball Brady, whose name is my... for some reason, he is one of my favorite South Park characters, and I think it's because he cracks me up. Heading over to the week, today's Llamas Love Lettering Every Damn Day Challenge prompt is Book of Mormon. I swear, at the same time, every day, right about my lettering challenge time, Loki shows up into the, see, I don't know if the microphone's picking it up, but yeah, he shows up right about this time and starts yammering at me, and I have no idea what you want, my bud. Whoa, except for jumping up on the back of my chair. Holy shit. I think it's time to do the Oh So Cute Doodles challenge, and that is Straw Hat. I almost came close to drawing pizza because used to be a place down the street from where I lived called Straw Hat Pizza, but then I decided not to. The first thing I think I'm going to start with today on the week is getting this little flag with a little printer sticker from Krissyanne Designs, and I'm going to use these to mark that I need to prepare for my meeting tonight by getting all the shit that I need to print out printed, which is usually several things that need to get looked over by the board. I put it on upside down. And then to mark that I'm just going to be spending the rest of the day getting work done. I got to get some research done for a couple of interviews. I need to send some emails. It's a bunch of like administrative type work that I need to do behind the scenes. So I think I'm going to use one of these Once More with Love. Like they're kind of meant to go across like the full box of an Erin Condren. So I'm going to use one of these just to mark that. I'm not even going to write anything. I'm just going to put it there to be like, I'm going to be tied to my fucking computer all day. And normally I'll color in the desk to make it kind of fit the color pattern that I'm using that week. But I think it looks okay. So I'm going to leave it alone. And I think that that's going to fill up this week. So let's move to the daily pages. As you can see, I crossed off damn near everything on here, except I still didn't get the kids to do their chores yesterday. They wound up, my daughter had a big project due today, so she was super tied up in that and stressed out about it. My son did his homework and then fell asleep. So I was like, you know what? Maybe people just need a break. So today my husband is going to be home in the afternoon because he went to the school today to judge because he works in marketing and they're doing a project that involves like propaganda and marketing. He went in to help like the teacher judge. So if he's going to be home, maybe I can get him to help me like make sure that this gets done before they go back to their dad's house. But I did get most of my list accomplished. I've gotten a bunch of headway here, so that's awesome. So I need to make my list. It's basically getting ready for the board meeting tonight and then a bunch of tasks. So I'm going to make that list and then we will move forward. I checked off something I already did today. Don't hate. I need to get my mood for the day. And like I said, I'm trying to reduce the salt. So I'm going to look for a munchkin that maybe is kind of in a sort of phase. Because I'm not like super happy or anything. I'm kind of tired and not feeling very well. But at the same time, I'm not like in super salty bitch mode like I have been the last couple of days. Maybe the start of the book club and seeing how excited everybody is has been the thing that's helped. I don't know. I've got these little like emojis, the little munchkin like expressions. I'm going to use this one. It's got kind of a little tiny half smile on its face. I'm going to put that there. You know, something I'm thinking about that I hadn't really considered before, I'm not time tracking right now, but if you look at this with the color codes for the three things, work, church, and the rest, you can kind of see where my priorities have been this week. And that's an interesting thought. Like, I mean, it doesn't mean that's all the things. Like, I don't put hanging out with my kids or making dinner or, you know, going for a walk with my husband or any of those things. I don't put them in here as to-dos. But at the same time, when I think about all the tasks I set for myself in the day, this is kind of where the priorities are at the moment. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I'm kind of about that. Let me think more on it. But as for you, and this maybe goes along with the book club we're starting, where do you think your time goes? Where do you think the bulk of your time goes? And are you happy with that? Or do you think that maybe you could spend a little time reconfiguring your life? Like, I'm not saying we're going to do that necessarily. This is certainly not the video for that. But it's just a thought that I'm having. Like, looking at these 4 days next to each other, it's striking to me I can't talk. Oh my goodness. Cup of coffee. Yeah, man. Where your time is going and if you're happy with that. That's kind of what I want to know in the comments. We may explore this over the next few days, or I may forget completely about it. You never know on this channel. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time.